Hey, man.
Hey man, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well as well. Besides the losing streak, but I mean,
Were you losing more today?
yeah. I
Uh,
think oh, I just checked on stream, right? I think I lost 16 out of 20 games that I played in the last couple days. It's not amazing,
Ouch.
but oh well, losing streaks happen.
Yeah,
Let me have a look. Have you been able to play a lot of games lately? Or you been busy
I
with
haven't.
Overwatch?
I've been playing Overwatch.
Just like everyone else.
Yeah, I've probably put too much time into Overwatch.
Yeah. So anyone wondering, we've done some coaching before. Actually, it's been I think about 2 months or so, or 3 months or so.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
it's been a while.
Yeah, I see you don't play too much 1v1 lately.
No, I've played like no 1v1 lately.
It's been 4 weeks ago. Yeah. All good.
Almost all of my custom games that I've been playing recently have been 1v1, so
Oh, okay. You play a lot of customs?
I do with my buddy that I'll be playing with today.
Nice. Oh yeah. You said you already had a
Yeah.
practice partner. Nice. Oh, he's gonna be Diamond League.
Yeah.
All right. We can do that.
This is the guy that I play against all the time, so
Cool. I guess his name is Dan.
yep.
Tyranad. Tyrannad.
Tyrannid.
Oh, Tyrannid.
Tyrannid.
There we go.
Yeah.
Also from the Wolves of Salt Lake. Damn.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. So you wanted to do some Zerg versus Protoss today. You mentioned, right?
Yeah. Protoss is what he ladders with, so
Alrighty. So we wanna go ahead and against some Diamond League action. How's that been going? Have you been winning a lot of games against them?
I've won 3 of our games that we've been playing, so
Okay.
we've probably played 12 games. I won 3 of them, so
Nice. Yeah, I see in team games you're basically all platinum.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Would you say you're probably closer to platinum or gold right now, 1v1? I'm just curious, like.
Um I haven't played on the ladder in a while, so it's hard to say, but just playing in the last 24 hours, I feel like I'm really high gold at least.
Alright. Yeah. So 500 bonus pool as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Overwatch, man.
Hey, at least you're leveling up there, right? You get those sweet
Right?
loot boxes.
Exactly.
I have not purchased any boxes myself, man. Never any.
I still haven't yet.
No, you haven't actually?
I haven't bought any yet.
Alright. Cool. Well, I'm impressed, man. It's easy for me to talk myself into buying those kind of things, man.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, dudes. Alrighty. Let's see if we can play some games then. So, do you wanna like go over a replay real quick? That would be
Yeah, I've
awesome.
got one.
Cool.
I've got a couple actually.
There we go. Give you the party lead. Yeah, someone in the chat is asking, do you think Roach Hydra still works in ZVP? Yep, most definitely. I think that's what exactly we're gonna, be focusing on a bunch today as well. I feel like my Zerg vs Protoss is really strong, although I've not been winning too many games in the last couple of days. But I still have like 60% win rate in the. Oh, apparently you're really loud. Hold on, let me bump you down a little. There we go. Thank you for pointing it out, guys. Lower the sound a little.
Good old Skype.
Yeah, I can't obviously hear my own mic and yours at the same time. So.
Right.
Alrighty. Tyranidan. Cool. Alright,
Yeah.
so what have you been playing? Probably, I'm guessing Roach Revenue, right?
For the most part, yeah. I have been doing some early Ling aggression. My Mutiling Bang just isn't very good, so I haven't been playing a lot of that.
That's cool. Oh man, we're going for the third first. Oh wait, are you scouting?
Yeah.
Alright, no. Hold on, let me lower the sound a little. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so you open up quick 3 hatch, I see? All right.
Yeah, I did this game. Usually I do a 2 hatch before pool. Or, sorry, I do a 2 hatch and then pool. So I just drop 1 more hatch, sorry.
Right. Yeah, like hatch first, yeah.
Yep, hatch first and then drop my pool. And then I'll drop a second hatchery later. So I usually just do a 2 base.
Yeah, no, that's 3 base or 2 base before pool or hatch first.
Yeah.
It's all really good. Alrighty. So, like here's one of the things, right? There's just something to point out. Since you're going for a quick third base, it really, generally speaking, doesn't make a lot of sense to go for a second gas because you don't have the minerals to really support 3 bases and like Penta larva here. So usually, like, if you just a quick tip, I guess. Usually try and drone up first. Well, actually, I would always drone up first, then add gas. So
Okay.
So basically, like, we're trying to squeeze out as many workers as possible, and then we add on extra gases.
Right.
And just like I've done this before as well. When you get the second gas this early in 3 bases, it just doesn't line up. It just doesn't play right. But yeah, I would even go as far as like pulling the drones out of the gas at the first one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's specifically if you open up 3 hatch. But
right.
all good, all good, all good. Alrighty, so we're gonna transition into some Roach Ravager soon, right?
Yeah, I know I drop a few lings here soon. This is actually a game that I won, so...
Nice. Always get to show those first, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're obviously missing quite a bunch of map vision, but I guess you realize that soon enough when you make those links.
Right.
Yeah, on this particular map, just a little tip, you can put your overlords on these little pillar things. So there's one right there, and then there's one over here, and there's one over here.
Oh, yeah.
You can, like,
Okay.
that's in particular the one close to his base is super valuable.
Okay.
That's just something you can put your overlords at. So that's just something you can get a little bit more vision. But yeah, map vision with overlords and links is really
Yeah, I haven't played this map much. I kind of stopped playing right as these maps came out, so I haven't even played this map a ton.
Yeah, this one's really old actually. I don't know, did you play did you play back in the day?
No.
Yeah.
I really started playing StarCraft about a year and a few months ago.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so this is like a map from either the late Wings of Liberty or like early Heart of the Swarm, but it's like years and years and years old.
Right.
It's still so much better than the current ones, but I really like this one, although it's a little tricky. Oh, he's being cheesy. All right, I like the blind spores. Blind spore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, I'm sure you've heard me mention this many times, but I would always recommend having, I don't know if you have actually, but I would always recommend getting a spore in every mineral line at 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing better about that today, so this was one from last night, I believe.
Cool.
But I was doing better with it today, so.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm just pointing out some minor things here that will allow you to, you know, get a little stronger. I definitely like the droning a lot. Like, you're actually ahead right now in workers, which is a really, really great situation to be in. That definitely puts you really far ahead. So that's probably also one of the main reasons why you'd end up taking a victory here. But like, the droning is really, really good. It's just that like since we don't really know very much at this point, it's really kind of greedy to skip out, you know, not having any vision on the map and then also not having any, you know, base defenses. So yeah. And besides the spore at every middle line, I would also always have the roach warren down at 4 minutes.
Okay.
Ideally before 4 minutes, just in case, you know. And those are like basically 2 just in case tools that win a lot of games. Like if a bunch of adepts swoop in right now, we'd basically be dead.
Yeah.
But definitely, I like the droning, and now you actually do get the spore, so all's good. Yeah, and the reason, by the way, why it's 4 minutes, is because the first
adept timing.
Sorry, not the first adept, the oracle.
Oracle. Yeah.
Yeah, the oracle comes at like 420, so it's an easy number to remember. Yeah. I don't know, definitely like the droning up. Probably want to go for a bit of a quicker lair, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've noticed that today.
Yeah, like the main thing I think that's missing here is having some vision, because we're really quite blind. Like you don't know if he's going for a third or if he's moving out. So just having a little bit more map vision would be super helpful. Yeah. That's something we can easily add in, so that's good. Yeah.
I think that was my problem last time too, was map vision.
Yeah, maybe you got the strategy under control. It's just that, oh, there we go. That's the strategy right there, the roaches. Yeah. But that can definitely screw you over. Like if they randomly move out with a bunch of units.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an interesting build, Dan. Dan, what are you doing? But yeah, like just having some vision of either him expanding or him attacking and moving out and stuff, that adds on a lot.
Right.
So do you hear that? Do you hear this?
Yeah, I caught it right at the very end, right as it was going down.
Ah, cool.
I was just a little bit too late on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so like basically, right? The only reason why this managed to do damage is because it was allowed to move across the map here.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you would see this right now, you'd be like, wait, what? There's a war prism moving out, and
Yeah.
there's immortals, right? Like that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely one of the easy peasy things we can add on.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do you do this one in team games as well, like the heavy roach stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I play a lot of random in team games as well.
Sorry to cut you off, but he loaded up the 2 immortals into the meta or into the war prism, then lost the war prism.
Yeah.
That feels good, man.
Those queens, though.
Did the queens end up falling? Or actually, no, they're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this basically becomes an all-in at this point. You should be able to probably win here. But I think we could have saved the... Yeah, you could have probably saved yourself quite the headache.
Yeah.
One of the things that a lot of Zergs have been doing is like transition into heavy Hydra. And then into Lurker. So you said like your Roach Ravager play is not that strong. Or like your Roach play or whatever. Oh, your Muta play, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Muta play.
Yeah, so like the transition towards Hydra and then Lurker is a little bit easier.
Okay.
And it's even gotten to the point where some of the pro Zergs would entirely skip like the Roach Warren and just go straight into Hydra. Obviously, like you need to scout heavily in order to pull that off, but just to like to indicate how potent it is. Like they go like 4 base pure Hydra, like pure Hydra.
Right.
And usually in that case you would upgrade the melee upgrades and reinforce with only Ling. So you save up the gas to go for the Lurker.
Okay.
But we can obviously work on that as well, like at least get the Hydra transition going a little bit sooner. But other than that, I think the strategy is fine.
I don't think I even made any Hydras this game. I think I just went Roach Ravager.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think in this case it makes a lot of sense. In particular if he's going double Colossus.
Right.
Cool. Oh man, we're going Roach Bane. Alright. There's even been people that have been playing Hydra Bane, surprisingly enough, and it works.
Yeah.
I'm not quite experienced in that, but Banes have their place. Oh man. This is old school, man. Dan has been around for a while. I haven't seen this pain in the ass for a while, man. But I'm wondering, you can just barely hit the mineral line with one damn cannon. Like people used to put like the cannons right over there, and it's a pain in the ass because you need to dedicate army to kill it, and if you have your army across the map, it can do quite a bunch of damage.
Yeah, he does the same thing on Frost as well.
Nice. Yeah, I would definitely want to see it push a little sooner though. Like right when +2/+2 finish would have been a great moment.
Yeah.
I think we're giving him a little bit more, or too much momentum here. Although, if you catch him in the middle of the map, that works. Oh, free Colossus. Get him. Oh man, the clump ups hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it works out.
I'm not like that. I really struggle with microing my, like splitting my army is one of the big things. There was a game we played where I lost almost my entire army to like 4 disruptor hits at one time, so.
Yeah, that's the one thing about playing a ground-based army, like Roach Ravager. Things like Disruptor and whatnot can absolutely murder you. There's no magic rule for that, to be honest. Like, there's no magic fix. It's just a matter of microing and practicing and that sort of thing. But that's one of the reasons why Hydras can be a little bit more difficult, because they're a little slower.
Right.
And also a little more expensive. Well, all in all, this is looking solid, though. Like, strategy-wise, I think we're definitely on the right track there. That's good. Like, the droning, honestly, the droning part is absolutely the main thing. You can get away with so many other things as long as you drone and you scout reasonably. Like, you can basically do whatever you want. But that's cool. Alrighty. Let's have a look at one more, okay? I don't know if you played on the same map or...
I might actually have another one on the same map that we were looking at.
Yeah, cool.
I
Yeah,
think it was.
The funny thing is, if you drone up hard enough, you don't really need to worry very much about your
Right.
army composition or your micro. Well, obviously
Uh-huh.
we have to work on as well that, or we have to work at that as well. But it's primarily
Right.
about getting that eco. Yeah, the Protoss pulled the boys there. Pulling the boys just to try and get into the game, or stay into the game rather. It helps out a lot actually.
Yeah, those little probes do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're mostly mid shields at that point in the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, they don't achieve a whole lot. Alrighty. We even gave him the Zerg heart, man. Then you know it's serious love.
I just have a macro on my keyboard that I can press and it'll type that out for me.
It's one of the only reasons why to have macro on your keyboard.
Yeah.
I used to have a keyboard with like a whole bunch of extra keys. I was like, you know the old G15 from Logitech?
Yeah.
That one had like, I think it was like 18 macro keys, like three squares of 6, and I never ever use any of them. But
I don't even use them. I use my arrow keys and my number pad.
oh well, hey, there you go. Yeah, I do have arrow keys. I don't have a numpad.
Yeah.
It's funny though. Like all the gaming keyboards for a while used to have all kinds of macro keys.
Yeah. And then like they sold those left-hand attachments that had all the macro keys on them.
Yeah, exactly. They were badass. Alrighty. Yeah, I like the general strategy in this one as well. We're talking nerd stuff. Yeah, guys, that's you guys don't know the Logitech G15? I'm sorry. Definitely would have liked to see the third base a bunch sooner. Generally speaking, like if you're gonna go hatch first and then gas pool, you still delay that gas for certain as well, and you go for the third base a little bit faster.
Right.
And that is once again taking into account that you have a vision of his natural.
Right.
So that's definitely the recurring theme here.
Yeah, I did have an overlord here though.
Yeah.
It was just in a little bit of a different place. I did move him when he started getting attacked, so.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just won't catch him when he's moving out, so I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. So basically, right, slow down on the gas and get more minimap vision. You probably figured I was gonna say those kind of things, but
Yeah.
it's just really, really important. Because, like, if you get away with the drones, like in the previous one, without him really doing much pressure, it's fine. Honestly, in this case, you see that it's going to be, you see it's going to be Phoenix. So generally speaking, like, a good player is never going to allow you to get the third base up now. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Like, if you want to try and get the third base up right now, he's just never going to allow you. Because he's got vision, he's just going to pick it up, right? Now, obviously, it may be able to slip one through, but in general, like, it's really difficult to drone up now if you just simply can't get to 3 bases, so. Yeah, try and get the third base up a little bit faster.
Right.
He actually didn't punish you in the natural. Good guy. Good guy, Dan. All good, though. Yeah, so notice, like, right now you're in a bit of a place where you're not entirely sure what to do, right?
Yeah.
This is the moment where Zerg feels like shit. You're like, I could move out with 7 roaches and like left them all die and while moving across the map. Yeah. So, yeah, having that third base would have opened you up to things like Hydras and potentially Corruptor and stuff. Whereas on 2 bases, it's really hard to pull that off.
Right.
Well, you get to sneak them out apparently, which helps. But yeah. Well, hey, he actually didn't notice, but then Photon overcharge. Yeah, good effort though. This is definitely the best push to go for at this point. And you basically executed this one perfectly. Did you end up winning this?
I don't remember.
You're looking at a really good spot here.
I think I did win this one, actually.
There you go.
I didn't rename this replay, so I didn't know if I did or not.
You even get yourself a second escape route?
Just in case.
Nice.
I think it's actually a shorter route for the units to run into as well.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just slightly.
Yeah.
Oh man, cheeky.
I
Dan.
didn't notice he snuck a base out though.
Yeah. Yeah, be real careful moving up the ramp. Wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's so tempting to like murder him. But yeah, it's safer to check out whether or not he's got that in. Actually, the fact that you're joining up for a little bit there does really actually help out. Nice. Yeah, so just like in these scenarios, because you know something fishy's going on. There we go. Yeah.
Right. And I totally pulled him back.
Did you see it or? Oh, there we go.
He saw me see his base and then he pushed down.
All right. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, so let's go ahead and play a couple customs. Do a couple minor changes, okay? So to not like overdo it, we'll work on having the roach warren and the mineral and the spores in the mineral line at 4 minutes. That's one of the big ones. Getting the third base faster and having more map vision. Okay, those are the couple things. I'll try and point them out as well. I think those couple of additions would already help out a lot, to be honest.
Right.
Dan, get out of replay, man. Come on now. Is he watching the stream?
Yeah, he was closing the stream.
Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. I got the.
Wait a minute. Kapow!
Photon, thank you for the resub, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. Any map preferences?
I
mean, we're just
not Invader.
Right? That sounds about right. That sounds about Zerg.
Or Arena. I don't like Arena.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah.
I really like Frost Alley. I think Frost Alley is awesome.
I agree.
But just because we've played this map, or like I just shown you a couple of overload positions on this one, we may be able to use that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We'll see if he's ready. Pteranodon. Cool.
I'm ready.
Cool. I didn't even ask. You better be ready, Kisus.
Or else.
Hey Lowko, I need advice. In CVP I've been struggling a lot with unit composition and how do I defend against Protoss 2 baselines. So that's one of the main things. That's exactly what like the stage that Kisus seems to have like bypassed. It's mostly the drone timing. It's all like the unit composition. I've seen people play like Live used to play pure freaking Spinecrawler Queen. Like that used to be his counter against 2 baseline. It's dumb as shit, but the main thing is that you need to get those workers out. If you have the workers out, you can do whatever you want. So figure out how many workers you can get away with and just make stuff. I would recommend Roach Ling or Roach Ravager Ling and, you know, being aware that it's coming and then having the economy to back it up. Works out a lot.
He's actually the guy that introduced me to your videos.
Oh, man. Oh, man. And he plays Protoss.
Yeah. And then I was like, I don't know if I like him because of his accent. And now you're like the only person that I watch.
I'm sorry, man. I can't change that very much. See, some people really like it and some people hate it. I can't really figure out, like...
It kind of bothered me at first, and then I got used to it, so...
Yeah. I don't know, man. And that's one thing I can't really change. I wish I could, but...
No.
Well, I could move to the US, I guess. And even then, people
it probably would take a long time. Oops.
Yeah.
Take a long.
Let's get the pool going. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dan is not gonna cheese, so we should be alright. That was such a love story. Alright, you want to get Overlord next? What accent would you have, Lowko? Dude, I can't really say. I think for YouTube, the most efficient accent and for live streaming is the most solid British accent you can find. Because American people love the British accent and it's actually closer to home. Not like the Northern English one, but like the Southern one. Alrighty, so let's get that set of links right now, okay? Like get them like right when the pool finishes, just for scouting purposes, like 1 or 2. Lowko, I'm from Southern England. I can stream. Well, there you go. Alrighty, so let's get the link speed going, and we can do some scouting with that. Yep, very good.
Link speed's going.
Yep. So this is where you usually take the third. So notice it's quite a bit earlier.
Okay.
Like, basically, you use the links to, like, check out whether or not there's a probe over there or whatever, but I don't think there is at this point. Although there is. I used my map hacking skills. Just sent the units, just sent the links. Oh, well, there you go. That works, that works. I would still try and kill that probe, just in case, because it can be kind of annoying. But maybe send, like, 2 links over there, and then do some scouting with the others, and, like, put those into, exactly, like, more helpful positions. Cool. Very good, Queen Inject. Nice. And let's get some Overlord going. And notice it's close to the 4-minute mark already. So if you notice, like, you hit a bit of a supply block, you can add the Roach Warren and the Evo or the Roach Warren and the Spores right now.
Your Spire?
Sorry? The Spire or the Spores?
Your Spore, sorry.
I just put them in the middle of the mineral line. So I put one each. So just right in the middle. It doesn't obstruct any working. There you go. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just move that one later.
Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty, and then also try and get the Roach Warren right around this time. And that's just in case. Yep. So notice right now on the minimap, right? We actually know something. We know, like, we know if he's moving out, which is extremely helpful. So I would probably want to move one of those drones or roaches, or one of the links, sorry, over to the third base, just in case. There we go. And I think that this is also, you know, starting to be a good moment to start teching up towards a lair and all that. Good. Okay. So, one important timing to try and keep in mind. So 4 minutes is the blind spores and the roach warren. Usually 5 minutes is when Protoss starts getting a third base.
Okay.
Oftentimes they even get it earlier than that. Now obviously it depends on the level of your opponent. But as like a general rule of thumb, if you don't see like a third base at 5 minutes or maybe 5:30-ish, start making army, because there's probably going to be some sort of aggression coming your way. Like if they wanted to get a third base, they would get it roughly 5 minutes.
Okay.
And that's just one of the easy numbers to try and keep in mind. So I'll write that down as well real quick. So 5 minutes, start making army.
That's probably what I struggle with most, but that makes sense. So
yeah, like if you don't see a third base by 5 minutes, it basically means he's like sacrificing some of his own economy for some reason, right?
Okay.
So that seems to be in general like a solid number to try and work on. Alrighty. So that's also coincidentally the timing that you get like that economy advantage anyway.
Right.
And if you try and keep those numbers in mind, like 5 minutes, you're also gonna automatically start looking at the minimap more. Like you're gonna start checking out your you know vision here. So right now I would definitely start making army. Like at this point, it's 50 workers for you, or 49 workers for you, and 44 for him. So you get a slight advantage that way. But you know, it's just as in general a good number. Oh, and one sec again. One thing that people have started doing as well, which I actually didn't realize until a few weeks ago, is because everyone is playing like Roach Ravager. Oftentimes what happens is that you make only roaches for a while, and while you push out, you reinforce with only Zerglings. And that is because you try to save up gas.
Because they can get there faster.
Yeah, exactly. So for that reason, people have actually stopped going armor completely. Because apparently it like doesn't work out with the new adepts or whatever. I don't know exactly. It doesn't do anything. So people are actually going missile and melee upgrades.
Right.
And that's because like you play pure roach, but then once you move out, you reinforce with Zerglings and use the gas you have to avoid from Ravagers.
Gotcha.
Cool. Those are just minor little things that add up. And it turns out Ultras are really good on Legacy.
Right.
There we go. Yeah, so you might want to cancel the +1 armor upgrade and go for melee instead. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so just make pure roach. And
Okay.
if you have leftover or you have too little gas, either add on more gas or add on some links or whatever.
Oh, I still have gas geysers that are empty.
Yep. Like some
Whoops.
gas in the main as well. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can definitely get like 4 or 5 gas going here. No, you get melee and ranged upgrade, guys. There's a couple more advantages to it, but there you go. That's fine. You should have enough units here. Just send those to the natural. Okay, and just keep on making army here. Just try and keep on making army. Very good. I like the fact that you're not using the army hotkey here. That's very nice. Okay. So
But
keep
I
on
do
making
need the
stuff. Keep on making stuff. Very good. Gonna need some overlords. Very nice.
I don't know if I sent guys to that gas or not.
Yeah, so once you get full saturation on that one, definitely take the 6th as well. Now, if you have leftover minerals, like we do right now, just start getting extra bases. Just get a 4th or whatever, even though he doesn't have a 3rd yet. Or maybe he does, I don't know. I don't think so, at least. Just to get that money down. Now, I think you can start moving as well, since +1/+1 is just finished up. And I think we got roach beat, right? I hope so. Ooh, I didn't check for it.
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's...
Yep,
oh,
I
yeah, you
did.
did. Alright, yeah. Let's get started. So basically what you do is you start reinforcing with as many links as possible. I notice like your queen injects need to be really quite on point with that.
Yeah.
And that's why macro hatches can help. But just send them across the map. And then once you get there, just wait for your reinforcement and then morph in the Ravagers.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get moving.
Oh, whoops. I thought I moved them farther than that.
No worries. Okay, so don't move him too far, because we don't want to give him any vision. Yeah, just morph into Ravagers here. Oh. Did he actually somehow, some way sneak him by?
Yeah.
Oh,
He probably went out his back door.
Oh, man. That is a very uncommon thing. I should have pointed it out, I guess.
No worries.
Okay, well, we got a fort base coming up. Okay, yeah, just take the engagement. This might be a little tricky. Okay. Okay. Yeah, keep on the macro. You want to try and snipe down the... It takes three biles to kill that.
I got backed into a corner.
Yep. Yeah, the main reason why we ended up being in a tough spot here is because we just simply didn't spend all the resources.
Yeah.
And obviously not having vision of that move out. But that definitely already looked really good.
Yeah.
Cool, let's do another one. That was nice.
Cool.
We'll jump into the replay real quick, but
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely missed some injects. And there were probably a couple, and I was supply blocked probably a long time, so.
Yep. Some minor things, that's all fine.
Yeah.
You weren't having that issue in the replays, so, you know. There's always a bit of difference when there's this guy shouting in your ear. That's fine. Everyone always plays a little worse on stream at the very least.
Right.
It's like, oh shit, there's people judging me.
I was like, you know what? I just figured I'll play against him because I'm comfortable playing against him, so.
Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. We had 2.5k in the banker, so that definitely doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, imagine, like, if those were roaches, you would have been maxed out easy.
Yeah.
So, if you notice that is the case, feel free to, like, put down, like, two extra bases over there. Like, just put down 2 of them. As silly as that may look, and you may feel kind of stupid doing that, it's better than you know, not having any roaches out on the map.
Is it better to put them, like, on mineral lines or just as macro hatches?
If you find it easier to just immediately put them down over there and there, that works just fine as well. Oftentimes, I've noticed that if I do that, it draws my army into wrong places, if that makes any sense. Like, I start defending them. So if you're not entirely sure, if you're, like, contemplating if you should get it, just maybe get one fort base and then just get another couple bases over. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You definitely could have had a fort base at that point, though. Like, the fort base timing was definitely a little bit late. That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, generally, I wouldn't say it was necessarily late. I think he actually took the third over that way. Which may have very well been the reason why he had such a huge army and why we didn't end up scouting it. Yeah, like that's, you know, I guess a lesson learned there. We had to have an overlord over there too.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, that's a very map specific issue. But to answer your question, Jack, it's the main goal is to not have that big of a bank and to be able to start making more units. So I noticed, like, once we started reinforcing with a lot of links, or at least we tried to.
Right.
We had like 2,000 minerals we couldn't spend, so.
Right, and I just didn't have. Right, I got you. Okay.
But other than that, I think the overall strategy and the overall gameplay looked very solid. I don't know if you realized that you had more map vision or if you were aware of that, of the fact that you could easily see everything that's
definitely
going on.
helped.
Cool. But yeah, like you know, like the priority is always gonna be Queen injects and spending the resources we have. That map vision and all that is always gonna be a little less important.
Right. I'd rather make sure that's getting down than map vision, to be honest, at first.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have any issues with that in the replay, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can do that. I want to know if he actually took that third base. I think he did. Yeah, things like, here's the thing, guys. I see a couple people talk about creep spread in the chat. The thing about creep spread is that, like, if you have, basically, if you look at all the things you have to do as Zerg, right? You have things such as Queen injects and spending the money that you have at the very top of the list. And then you have things such as, for example, scouting right below that. And then there, below that is somewhere, you know, somewhere below all of these other things is going to be creep spread. So you do creep spread if you've got no Queen injects to do, if you've got no scouting to do, if you've got none of those kind of things to do. That's when you focus on creep spread. Creep spread should be, you know, not your top priority in any case. Unless you're Scarlet. Then you have not like creep spread. It's vision.
They have APM to waste.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I would say, like, if you, for example, right now, right, we got 2,000 minerals. Yeah. That should, like, creep spread is not our main concern right now. It is definitely, it's definitely, yeah, it would be in the scouting range, I guess, right? But you see what I mean. I hope at least you see what I mean. Yeah, I like the defense here a lot, by the way. I think that was really, really great defense. I see plenty of people freak out against this sort of stuff and just not using the O army hotkey, or I don't even know how you controlled it, but
I just selected them. I just knew where they were. I didn't even have them hotkeyed. That was so bad.
Actually, I think we played it rather well. It's just we didn't have vision of it. Probably want to work on the watchtower vision would help out a lot, but oh man, holy crap! You could have literally waved goodbye. Like, no way in hell does Colossus couldn't see the roaches. Well, didn't have vision, but I mean, a Colossus is so big, he could easily see the hatchery from there, I'm sure. But
yeah.
You literally could have greeted each other. That's kind of awkward. Like, you just barely didn't see it.
Yeah. I don't know if I should have just pushed in there and tried to get him to pull back, or if going back was the right answer.
Yeah, I think the ideal scenario here was to, because you were talking about engagement, is to try and split up army and go from both directions, because we got so much stuff.
Right.
But then again, like,
yeah,
at this point, it's going to be a tricky engagement either way, because we already lost the third base, and like, with this much money in the bank, it's really difficult to overwhelm this army as well.
Right.
By the way, to give you a number, like, the War Prism takes 3 hits, so
okay.
That's just something to keep in mind. That's basically top priority.
Right.
Yeah, so notice, like, the reinforcing roaches automatically go for this round. Yeah, that would have been pretty straightforward. But I think we're good. I think we're good. Scarlet is insane, creep spread, guys. But yeah, that's one of those things. Like, if you have 400 APM and you do everything, that you need to do, and you got APM left over to create creep spread,
Yeah.
props to you. Do it. But I mean, if you're in Bronze and Silver League, creep spread is absolutely irrelevant. I would not think about it. You can start thinking a little bit more about this level, but
They probably don't even know that it gives them a movement speed bonus at that level.
well, I don't know. There's plenty of people that are really trying hard, but don't get breaking out of it.
That's true.
Alrighty. So a lesson learned. Try and get an overlord at that fourth. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
He called me sire. Yes, sire. Dang. I haven't been called a sire ever, man. That doesn't seem like a very American word.
I think it was supposed to be sure.
I don't know.
That you and the
maybe.
I is right next to each other.
Maybe. Dang it, man. You're probably right, actually.
No, whoops. Oh well. It's happening.
Oh, no worries. I've been called a master, a senpai. Exactly. Never a sire, man. Been called many things in my life, guys. Loco, I'm Silver League and I kill gold players with my creep spread. Damn, man. That's pretty impressive, Balthasar. I don't know exactly how you kill things. Maybe you play Abathur in a co-op missions, man. His creep tumors explode. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's one of the reasons as well, by the way, why Mutilating Bane is so difficult to play. Because if you want to play Mutilating Bane, you gotta be on top of your creep spread and your queen injects and your spending.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more of like a difficulty with playing Rogue or with Mutilating Bane. You just simply need more larvae and creep spread.
Whoops.
No biggie, no problem.
I'm actually over at my buddy's house, and when I'm over here, I just play sitting on his couch with a little monitor in front of me. And so I
Really?
was just readjusting my mouse.
Oh man, how do you even play like that? My back already hurts from like hearing you explain it. Like,
Yeah, I throw a pillow back behind my back, so it helps.
let's get an overlord next. Yeah, dude, I can't imagine playing on a couch, like sitting forward and I'm all good.
It's a pretty comfortable couch, though, so that helps.
I actually play really bad when I'm not at home. Like, I'm very used to my setup or something. I don't know what
Right.
it is. It's very difficult. It's one of the things pro gamers always talk about. Like, I know there's pro gamers that literally have like different desks and stuff in the same room and like different heights of desks. Well, like one of those things, right? You never think about, but like the height of your desk is stupidly important compared to the height of your chair. Because if you have your elbows up a little higher, it plays extremely uncomfortable. And if you're used to playing in one position and then you move to a tournament and everything is off, that's why the flash ruler was so well known. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he always used to bring a ruler to all tournaments. And he would like measure out the exact angle that his keyboard would be at and like compare it to the monitor and the distance he had from the desk and the chair. Like, it was insane. But he's like the most brilliant pro gamer of all time. So I mean, he must have known something. I'm gonna go for the third base next, by the way. But if you search for Flash Ruler, you'll find plenty of pictures of him like sitting there. People always make fun of him, like it looks like he's measuring his dong, but righty. So once again, that drone or that probe is being a pain at the third. See if we can shoo him away. Oh, just get the third real quick, please. We need that third. No! Oh man, that's a pain in the ass. Notice that's why we take the we use the links to escort that worker.
Yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense.
Alrighty, let's get some overloads going and try and get the money down. There we go. Most tournaments actually use the same tables and chair for a reason. That's exactly the reason right there. Pro gamers can be a pain to deal with, man. Just because they want to play as comfortable as possible, and that makes a lot of sense.
Whoops.
For example, all the pros nowadays swear by 144 hertz monitors.
Really?
There's some that claim they see the difference between 120 and 144. Like, it's like I must have my 144, 121 do. It's like, well, I don't see any difference. But
I'm floating so money bad today.
alrighty, let's get the Roach one and the Evos, and then the Lair 2. Now, let's move a couple of the links back, just so we can have some vision on his side of the map. I like actually the overlord placement, and just in case, by the way, let's move one of the links to the back expansion, just in case. Very good. Now remember, 5 minutes is going to be a little bit of a tricky moment. I think we may have to drone a little bit harder, just because the third base was a little late, and we got delayed a bunch.
Right.
We need to get some eco going here. Alrighty. Let's get the upgrades as well. There we go. Very good. Yep, there you go. Nice. Couple overlords. Yep. And what we're really looking for is like generally speaking, you want to get a slight advantage over his worker count. So just to let you know, you're currently even in workers.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple more workers would be really helpful, and then we start making army. Exactly. So right here. Now this is honestly a little on the greedy end, just because obviously he could be
That
pushing.
third is a little, right.
Yeah, but at like, you know. Okay, I want to saturate the gas in the main as well. There you go. So just try and keep an eye out on the minimap. There's something fishy at his third. I don't know what that is, but... Oh. Yeah, just try and save... Yeah, exactly. Try and save them, or at least save one of them so you can have some vision of it. Oh, there you go.
No,
Just go back to Firefly, I guess, but... Oh, yeah, you see it right now with the Overlord.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where you can start the roach speed up. And maybe set up for a timing soon. Oh, nice try. Okay, let's get the roach speed real quick. There we go. And let's finish up the droning at the third. Including the gas. Yep. And we're gonna push out when roach speed... Oh, well, there you go. We're gonna push out when roach speed finishes. But we want to try and... I think you can make more eco for now. Just move a couple of roaches to the main, and then a couple towards the third as well. And maybe a few in the natural as well if he's adept. Yeah. Just because he's definitely going to be in several places. Oh, very good. Oh, queen.
I don't know where my queen is.
It's fine. Not going to happen. Anyway, we can start making roaches now again as well. Now we've got full saturation. And there we go. That's very good. Okay, so let's get back to the queen injecting. And start getting that second expansion already, okay?
Okay.
Or the... whatever. Not the second expansion. You get what I mean. Very good. There we go. Another expansion, and then we can start moving across the map. Very good. And now we reinforce with Pureling, basically. Well, yeah, you can make one round of roaches, that's fine. But try and get the next base going. And reinforce with Pureling from now on.
Do you usually expand down, or do you expand out?
I usually expand out, but that's fine. Okay. Very good. So more of those guys into Ravagers. Want to get a couple Overlords? Oh, there we go. Couple Overlords, and we can even get a macro hatch now as well. Because notice, like, we're gonna be a little bit supply block.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a little heavy on. Yep, exactly. That's good. And now we push. Now we push. Very good. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Oh, he killed one of my overlords.
There you go. There you go. Well, there you go. That's perfect. Reinforce with more stuff. Exactly. Beautiful. Okay, quick queen inject. And that basically ensures you to keep on going, and this should be a walkover at this point. Yeah, just go for the third or the natural. Either works. Oh, you've already killed the mineral line. Very nice. Well, don't walk your own only. Cool. Okay. So if you want to, you can start transitioning towards another base. Although I honestly don't think he's going to be capable of coming back here anyway, but... If you wanted to be real good about it, you would already tech up towards the hive right now and try and get more upgrades going.
Right.
Okay. Well, just take his third now and you should be fine.
Whoops.
Oh, just attack the third.
Whoops.
Okay. Yeah, just reinforce with more roaches as well, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So keep up the queen injects because we're a little slow on those. Oh, you do want to attack move though with your unit when you do that?
Wrong button.
Yeah, all the units were moving around. They were move commands, sadly. Alrighty, so we may have to transition now. Okay. Not entirely sure. Okay, let's just wait a little bit. Let's just regroup our armies. Make sure we have all the bases hotkeyed, because I believe we've got 5 hatcheries, but we only got 4 hotkeyed. There we go. Okay, yeah, exactly. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so just morph in more roaches again. Just wait for those 22 roaches to finish up, and then we'll push again. So sometimes it's fine to regroup like this, by the way.
Right.
Obviously, in an ideal scenario, we just keep pushing and we never give up there, but I mean, this happens. Yeah, we just spanned the entire bank. Very good. Well, pretty much most of it. So now you reinforce with links again, and you morph in more Ravagers.
Okay.
Hey, free zealots. For ire. Here you go. Yeah, just snipe the third, I think. Well, maybe he's got a fourth. I highly doubt it, but...
Oh, he's pushing in my back of my base.
Oh. You can use some of the army. So try and just attack move back home. But move some of the army like towards his third base. So like go to your main army here. Yeah, exactly. And just attack to that with that, and then reinforce with whatever he's got. There we go. That's it. Okay, so just attack move with those and check out the defenses at home again. We should still have units here, right? Or did we use the whole army key?
Oh, there's trap behind this wall.
You can use the all army key as well to attack move back home. And then split up these units manually. That works too.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and just put the rally points of your hatcheries in the main. There we go. Okay, so move those up the ramp, exactly. Now, ideally, obviously, we'd be using control groups, right? But
right. I usually do. I don't know why I'm being so bad with it today.
That's fine. That's fine. GG. Very well played. Like, he hung in there for a couple more minutes, but
yeah.
After you killed his natural, you basically crippled him plenty to go there. All right, nice. GG. Yeah. So spending-wise, gazillion times better than the previous one. Very nice.
Yeah.
There
were some times where it was a little bit high, but.
It's because we drone so hard, man. Yeah. So make extra hatcheries.
Yeah.
That's basically, long story short, there.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
That's exactly what you're looking for, though. Oop. All right, let's have a look at the replay as well. So you can see, like, you can compare the supply count when you first start making the roaches. Yeah. So one of the things that may also help out is when you're actually in a fight, you have like a tendency to completely forget the macro. But you'll see that soon enough. Yeah.
I know I tend to do that. I've got to figure out how to stop it.
Yeah.
I've just got to remember to go back home.
Exactly. Like, it's just being conscious of it and going from there.
It's easy to get wrapped up in watching everything die.
In particular, when you actually have to micro, right? You actually have corrosive biles and stuff. In Heart of the Swarm, I would just tell people not to look at the fight at all.
Right.
Like, that used to be a big part of my coaching until like Platinum League. Just don't look at the fight. Just A move and don't look at the fight. They always call Protoss the A move race for some reason, but
right.
It was really Zerg. There, I said it, guys. I'm sorry. Like just play
The third
pure
base
roach.
was definitely down way earlier, so that helped.
Yeah. Yeah, it got blocked for a while as well. Remember that? Like
Yeah.
that kind of cost us, but you followed it up nicely. Okay, so this is where we start moving across the map. I noticed like the supply count, right? The supply counts are looking really solid.
Yeah.
Which helps out tremendously here, because now you actually can reinforce with links and morph in like 10 more Ravagers, and then your melee upgrades, like links with melee upgrades, are stupidly powerful. If you've roaches to tank for them, it helps out so much.
Right.
Yeah, so I think you probably won the game right here.
Right.
Basically the game was won in like the first 8 minutes or so.
Right.
And while you stayed in the game for a little while longer, and we made some minor mistakes after that, I think up to this point was the most important part of the game.
Right.
And that was basically played as well as you could have.
Cool.
Other than like a couple minor things, but
Right.
really like the worker count right now, even though it's currently your disadvantage, I guess. Like you were at a really big lead in that for a long time, and
And that made the difference.
oh, right. I remember why a bunch of this army died. I guess it was on move command. I told you to go back and cool inject,
yeah.
and it wasn't on attacking. I think that's right here where they start bugging around.
Yeah.
But anyway, like look at the supply count, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just a numbers game.
Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't using my hotkeys. I almost always do.
No, that's fine. I think it's right here. Yeah. Look at him dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt. That's why
They
the
were
supply count
attacking
drops.
the gas guys rather than the units.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that it? I don't know.
Yeah.
It looked like they're just walking around, and then you regroup and you build like 26.
Yeah.
At least that supply or that queen inject round that made you do paid off in that regard. But yeah. So at this point, it's basically game over. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I don't know if you have any questions about it, or if you.
No, the roach build's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that one. I think I have a little bit of a difficult time transitioning into Hydras. Maybe I'll try that this game.
Okay. Yeah. So as far as the timing goes on the Hydra transition, I think that's a good point. Remember that moment where you start up +2/+2? You basically follow this up back to back, right? When you start up +2/+2, also start the Hydra then.
Okay.
So try and group those together.
Okay.
So with the second upgrades, start up +2/+2. There we go.
Okay.
That should already fix a lot of that. Because that would make it, like, honestly, you don't need as much larva to reinforce with Hydras, because they're a little more expensive.
Right.
I think a Hydra has 100 minerals, 50. I don't even know, dude. I made thousands and thousands of Hydras. Does it even tell me in this situation here? Hold on. The Zerg tech tree. I think it's 120. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything before I make myself look stupid. Okay, we should be fine. Is it 125 or 150?
I think it's 125. I think.
I don't know. Okay. Oh. It's 150? Okay, I was correct, I guess. Loco, Vibe explained that any carapace upgrades has no effect against the TOS army, as in Unit X will always two-shot Unit Y regardless of carapace upgrades. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's basically the point it came down to in my understanding as well. Okay. We'll just wait for Dan to be ready.
Yeah, I think he's just running to the restroom really quick.
Oh, you're actually at Dan's house right now.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you said your buddy's house. I was like, oh, okay. Oh shit, it's actually Dan.
Yeah, we hang out like once a week and we just play StarCraft. So.
There you go. Is he in the same room?
Yeah. He's in the room behind me.
All right. You take your
So,
line
like-
seriously, man. You can't.
Like he's in his bedroom where his computer is, and I'm out in his living room.
Best way of hanging out, man.
It's fun, man.
Yeah,
Get some StarCraft in, hang out.
exactly. I don't really
It's
have
about
too
all
many
the-
friends in real life that play StarCraft, to be honest. Not anymore, at least. They all plapped
He's
out
the
at
one
some
that
point.
got me into it, so
Nice.
now I'm kind of playing Overwatch. So
Yeah. You get a StarCraft pajama party, exactly. That's
yeah,
it, man.
exactly.
It's a little early for a pajama party over there, I guess, but it's like 2 p.m. or something.
Yeah, exactly. I've been over here since like 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Well, there you go.
So
That's a lot of StarCraft, man.
yeah, man. It's also I didn't suck it up today.
That's not what I said, Sushi-kun. I didn't say I didn't have many friends in real life. I said very clearly not many friends that play StarCraft in real life.
Can't say anything on stream anymore.
Everything gets taken out of context, man. It's rough. Streamer life. I've said many things that, you know, sound really stupid when they are said on their own. Well, to be fair, also with context, it sounds pretty stupid most of the time. But... I did indeed. There we go. I wrote down when you start up double upgrades, start up +2/+2. That makes no sense.
Okay. No.
I meant Hydra then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll work on that transition. Obviously, still the same thing goes through. That was a weird angle for that probe to come in. I don't know. He's not doing anything cheeky, but I used my superior map hacks. Yeah, so normally it's 19 Overlord, by the way. So you keep going from 20.
I do that
19 is
every
always-
time.
Ah, no worries. It's a very minor difference. It like just preferably like it basically makes no difference, but
Right.
that's a good spot for an Overlord. Well, on top of the pillar, but
Not move him when he spawns.
no worries. Yeah, they can't see the pillar unless they have Colossus or War Prisms or Mothership Cores. There we go. So escort the worker towards the third base. Exactly. See, you're starting to grind out the maps. You see Dan does the same damn thing over and over again as well. Like, seriously, everyone has the same tendencies. Like, he moves it to the main, he moves it to the natural, then he moves it to the third, and he hangs it out there in the middle of the base. Like, if you play a lot of games against the same person, you'll start, like, recognizing these patterns. Anyway, let's hit the Queen Injects, go from there. Cool. And let's get moving across the map. Yep. Alright, want to get an Overlord next? Or maybe 2? Let's make 2, yeah. There we go. The Terra music in this game is so good, bro.
I don't listen to the music in this game.
I would if I played Terran. I don't know why I'm getting Terran music in the first place, but watching a Zerg vs Protoss with Terran music will never go. Alright, if you can move one of the links over to the third. Just in case they randomly die. Exactly. Split the chances. Wanna get some Overlord next? Oh, did we not start link speed? Good watching out, chat. We didn't start link speed. All right, let's get the Evo chambers, or the Evo chambers. Sorry, not the sport crawlers and the roach crawler. Yep. Yeah. So honestly, not having the
Ring speed.
yeah, that could pay that could be a pain in the ass right now if you would go for Adeptalin.
Right.
And also start the roach warren. Cool. So remember, like, one sec, but Remember when he came with the Phoenix build?
Yeah.
They would have come in about 20 seconds or so ago.
Okay.
And notice like you have the third base up right now. So if that
Right.
would be the same game, you could easily drone up this base now.
Right.
And this right here is the perfect timing on that third. Like that works out brilliantly now. And I was like, it hasn't really, like the lack of the second gas hasn't really halted you in any way whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can start taking them, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
It's just a little thing to point out.
Okay, cool.
This looks great. Okay. So you can start taking up towards the lair as well. Remember, 5 minutes is where things get scary.
Right.
Perfect droning so far, by the way, as well. Good. The Phoenix build was in the replay, guys. He didn't go for a Phoenix build in the last couple of games, so you're right. My short-term memory isn't that poor, man. Alrighty. So let's start some extra gases too. And we can start the evos. Alright, but yeah, 5 minutes, exactly. That's where shit gets scary.
Oh, whoops.
Well.
Oh, whoops. Hands are not in the right place.
You're playing on a different keyboard as well, or?
No, it's just the keyboard's on my lap.
Oh man, I can't play like that. Respect that you
So.
can even do it. Alright, we're gonna need some overlords, by the way, because we saw some units move across
yeah.
the map. That would be kinda... that would kinda suck. Okay, we're gonna need to start as many units as possible very soon, so make sure to be on top of the Queen injects. Okay. Okay, make a... yeah, there we go, good. Couple more overlords.
Yeah, that's a lot of stackers.
Okay. Yeah, just run the links back, exactly, wait for the roaches. Just keep on making more stuff. Yeah, we may need some more roachling. Keep on the macro, keep on making more stuff. Aw, man, that sucks. You weren't actually supply block, you just killed the one overlord. We should have been a little bit more rich in supply. Alright, let's resume from replay real quick, okay? Because it's gonna get messy.
Okay.
Because I think you were in a perfect spot. Like, you played it pretty much as well as you could have here.
Right.
You didn't make too many workers. It was
Right.
just,
That was just an early push.
yeah, no, it wasn't even that early of a push. We just got a supply block. Like, right away you needed to start making units. He killed one overlord. You could make, like, a
Right.
handful of links, and that was it. Yeah. You want to learn that build? Basically, you build 8 gateways and build stalkers. That's... well, you know. It's a pretty good timing, though. You can't probably hit GM with this timing alone. But, yeah. That's why I always recommend... so if you have 2 queens injecting, make 2 overlords at a time, and then later on you make 3. Just because of that reason.
Right.
Like, make overlords depending on the amount of queens. Because if you would have made 3 overlords at a time, I don't think you would have been, you know... losing it.
Right.
You need to scout. We scouted it brilliantly, man. The overlord died in vain. It didn't die in vain, actually. It died, and we knew that the push was coming. You also had vision of the units moving past the watchtower.
Yeah.
We had perfect vision of it coming out. We just couldn't make stuff. Oh, I guess it was only a Ling dying. Oh, it was a Ling and then an overlord dying, I think. Yeah, so look at this point, right? Just to pull the difference between the replays that we watched initially. Like, look at the minimap vision.
Yeah. Way better. I have
Yeah.
something in all of his expansions, pretty much.
Yep, yeah, you got perfect vision of everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell he's gonna sneak
Yeah,
something by.
I think that was just learning the map for me too. Is probably a big part of it.
Yeah, like next time you play this on the ladder, it's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even kill an overlord, dude. We just were supply block.
Just yeah.
So notice, like, worker-wise, you're in an amount, like, you know, you have an amount of workers here where you can basically know that every minute that goes by, you're just gonna get a lot more stuff.
Right.
So as long as we manage to spend all the minerals, and that's the key here, I guess. As long as we manage to spend all the minerals, we're gonna be a-okay.
Right.
Just a little light on the overlords. Yeah, so this is ideally when we start making the overlords.
Right.
You had a good little bit of map hack going. Yeah, so vision wasn't it.
It was just supply. I do that a little bit more than I should. It's something I've got to work on. So
yeah, it's one of the things if you play roaches in particular, like they're super supply heavy.
Right.
Okay. Turn down. Okay. Cool. Okay, so got the overload started. Yeah, you can start even more than this.
I just didn't have minerals to do it.
Yep. And now you can start making army. So notice 5 minutes. 5 minutes is when you usually get the third. Well, we don't see a third now. Turns out that this is perfect timing to start making stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just start making stuff. Oh no, the Ling died. Who would have guessed?
Except now he's probably gonna sit back.
Well, if you're not sure, run a link to that watchtower, right?
Yeah.
No, he's still moving. I saw movement. Maybe send one to the east as well, or like to the more northern corner. There you go. I think he already bypassed that. He's getting a third there, so that's good to know. Okay, yeah, he's definitely behind your base. Just go there. Just attack move with all the stuff you have. Well, don't go too far off creep. Like, don't let the links die for nothing. Exactly. Let's keep on the queen index here. And the other bases too. There you go. And make sure to get the roach speed started. That's a really important upgrade here. You can make more links, that's fine. Yeah, so this is where creep spread is really, really valuable. It makes attacking so much easier. Well, let's start up the roach speed here.
Oh, I still need more gas.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And I guess now we can fight. Microing against Stalker, by the way, on off creep without speed is pretty much impossible. So just stay on creep. Okay, so you can add on more links. Links are great. Just get back further on creep. Like, just get back towards a little bit further. There we go. Now you can push. Yep. Okay. I will push out when roach speed finishes. So we need to cancel that third. We know that third is up right now. So as long as we spend all the resources that we have right now, we should be fine. Just go ahead and start making some more overlords. Yeah. Now this will be a push that needs to do damage, so keep that in mind. Okay, just move forward, move forward. There we go. Attack move, attack move. There we go. And don't change them. Good. Okay. Follow up with links as well. Okay. And make sure to hit those queen injects, right? We really can't missing those. We can't miss those tonight. Oh. Cool. Very good. Okay, so roach speed is done. Let's get started. Let's get moving. The same idea here. We reinforce if you have enough larvae with Zerglings and morph into Ravagers. Okay. Now I think this third is much easier to push into, which is nice. Oh, you can catch him. You can catch him. Look at the minimap. You see the minimap? There you go. Nice.
Oh, whoops. Silly roach, what are you doing?
Okay. Oh, we're going for the natural? Okay. I think you should probably just go for the third, to be honest. Yep. And try and split up the units a little. Like, don't have them all fight in one big clump. There we go. Oh.
Oh, they wouldn't move.
Keep on rallying. There we go. Okay, I think we may have to pull back here. But, I think with a couple more queen injects, you probably would have been able to run over him here. So that's a really important thing to note. Like,
Yeah.
I think with a couple more queen injects, you would have probably been able to just win right here. So basically, whatever happens now, as far as practice goes, is not that important,
Right.
because winning could have already happened. That said, like we gotta make sure we get another plan going. All right.
Cool.
All right. So even though we could have won here, we're gonna have to transition, right? So
Right.
what's the transition plan? Like, what are we going for here?
Probably Hydra at this point, right?
Yeah, Hydra are
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. And also, you can start transitioning towards a Hive if you really want to.
Okay.
The thing about Hive is that if you've been going for the melee upgrades, Ultras are going to be practically unstoppable.
Right.
That basically makes life a lot easier. The thing is obviously getting there may be a little bit tricky.
Right.
But either way, I think we're going to need to take another base. Because
Okay.
we really do need to make sure we're one base up.
Right.
And I probably would take the middle expansion now because it's easier for him to attack into the other one.
Right.
And then, indeed, you can transition towards Hydras as well, which means that we're going to need a lot more gas as well.
Right.
Okay, so what we're going to do is take another base, get more upgrades, get the Hydra den, get the main base, or the fourth base primarily for the gas, and then we move out when upgrades finish again.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, like working on those queen injects is going to be making things a lot easier.
Right.
Or get a macro hatch again. Oh, you got those. There we go. Okay. Let's get a gas as well for the third base. And make sure to finish up workers there as well. Because we've obviously, like, while this was going on, we've obviously fallen behind in worker count.
Right.
It's actually not very tremendous or whatever, but yeah. Okay, let's get the hydrogen. And let's make sure we have got all the bases hotkeyed. Because one is not hotkeyed. I think that's the new one. Yep. Yeah, so we're primarily getting that base for the gas. Oh, hey, there we go. You can take out that army, I think. Just push forward, just push, I think. Oh, don't get bolt. Don't get bolt. Please don't get bolt. Oh, pff. Okay, there we go. No, just push. You can probably just follow up. To fight this army, basically to fight Blade Stalker, you move on top of him. You attack move, then you stutter step towards the Stalkers. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, just get moving. You can get going. +2 is just finishing up. So basically you move forward, attack move forward, attack move forward, ideally. Just to prevent him from being able to blink.
Right.
Back. But just go and kill his base. I think you're fine now. Oh, wait, hey. He's the other side. There you go. So yeah, so... Oh well, you can do this as well, I guess. So to fight it, you attack move forward a little bit close to his army. There you go. Attack move forward. Attack move. Exactly, that's it. Well, you don't have to chase it. Just go to his third then. If he wants to be all out here, that's fine. Okay, let's go to Queen Inject real quick while we're walking. Okay, I'm back to the fight. Okay, so there's a bunch of Hydras moving around the other way.
Yep. They just all got caught.
I would kill his third if I were you. There you go. And try and micro both at the same time. Oh, there you go. That works. There we go. Good. That's control. Hey, that works. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, so like controlling two armies obviously becomes so much easier if you would have 1 and 2 hotkeys, right? And like that would make life so much easier. But at this point, you can attack move and just go into his natural. It will set up a beautiful flank. Yeah, so same here. Like if you stutter step forward, you don't have to do that with your entire army. You can just like grab a bunch of it. Because you know the ones in the back are never going to be capable of attacking anyway, right? Like they're never going to get in range. But macro-wise, way better. Way better. And yeah, that's just one games.
Yep. Yep, that makes sense. Queen Injects lost me that other one, so...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, if you can take a Diamond League players, I don't think Gold League should be that too difficult if you work on those minor things.
Right. Yep, I agree. So.
At the very least, you're giving him a run for his money.
Yeah. Yeah, he still wins most of the games, but.
I mean, you know.
It is what it is.
Yeah, considering you haven't played too much 1v1s, this is good. If you could break the habit of like F2 moving, it would make life honestly like it's one of the most obvious things, right? But imagine if you could quickly select the army that you wanted to attack the third base with, hit Alt +3 or whatever, and like keep on microing both at the same time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of like getting used to, so that's probably the main reason why you're like holding up.
Right.
But if you could like, you know, hit Alt +3 on the small army, right-click the base, start attacking the Colossus as a follow-up, like you can shift Q between, and then go back to double-click 2, which is the rest of your army, and stutter step towards the Stalkers that are blinking. It would have been quite straightforward. But yeah, to be honest, you can. I use the all army hotkey all the time, just to try and get my army together as well. But it's just about general control. It makes things easier.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably something I just need to practice on more again.
Yeah. Modless says, aren't you in Diamond League? If you use the all army hotkey all the time in Diamond League, that's probably the main reason why you're in Diamond League right now, dude. it's not even that you can't take straight up fights easily. It makes controlling the army, like for example in this case, right? In straight up scenarios, all army hotkeys work fine. In this case, it works differently, right? It makes it difficult.
Right.
If I ever do coaching with Mollusses, I'll score them all the time automatically. Yeah, that's definitely what's gonna happen. I mean, I could, like, you know, you're literally pointing out the one mistake that you're probably making the most. But it's just so difficult to break habits, right?
It is, yeah.
But, you know.
That's probably one of the easiest ones to break, though.
I mean, if you play customs, it's easy.
Yeah.
If you have your ladder rank to uphold, it's...
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about customs, though. Like, it does make these things much easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I know the feeling of, like, losing custom games. Or, like, losing ladder games sucks, right?
Right.
Losing ladder games, losing custom games, like, whatever, we'll play another one. Lowko, I micro every single unit because all of my little units are important. Runok, you play primarily Heroes of the Storm, dude. You just micro one unit. That doesn't count, dude. Alrighty, let's go on. You think he's been holding back so far?
Nah, I don't know.
That's honor. He's from the Salt Lake Wolves, dude.
He's a good player. He's been around for a long time.
Cool. I'm the referee at this party, guys. I got like a whistle, like a gray white striped shirt, and a flag. I don't watch sports, guys. Have you noticed?
I watch a lot of American football.
I don't even know the rules to American football, man.
Yeah.
Nobody plays American football over in Europe, believe it or not. Well, they do apparently, but I don't like, not in the Netherlands at least.
We're Americans, we don't know kilos.
There you go, that better?
Yeah. Mathing is too hard while you're StarCrafting.
It's something like 250, 260.
Yeah.
We play European football here in Europe. No, dude, I don't weigh any near. I weigh nowhere near 120 kilos, guys. I'm currently weighing around 78. I don't know how much that is in American.
It's like $1.85, I think.
A what?
185.
No, I think less. Hold on, 70.
175. I don't know.
That is 172 pounds. I guess. I don't know. Alrighty. Is that because you're a dwarf, Lowko? Where does all the Lowko hate come from in the chat, guys? What have I done wrong to you guys? I've only been nice to all of you. It's 120 kilos because of the forehead. Really, dude? Really? I don't know what to say, guys. I feel, you know, publicly offended now. I've done nothing but help you guys, and now we get this, huh? No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's get the third. Dan probably has a probe over there, by the way.
Probably.
If he doesn't, we know something's weird is going on. Good vision, by the way, in the map. That's good. I'm sorry, guys. I was bitching about the old army hotkey. This is what started it all. I didn't mean to offend anyone, guys. I just wanted to point out that the old army hotkey is not bad, but you can do better. I'm doing the emotional breakdown live. Guys, everyone knows Twitch streamers don't have feelings.
Come on, overlords.
There you go. Alrighty. 4 minutes coming up. And the roach warren. Okay. Well, now if you got this many links, you may as well try something. I don't know if there's anything, but... Ooh. Dan's been pretty good about holding the front door, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just get back to micro.
I knew he was gonna play him.
No, don't pull the workers. Yeah, just fine. We got the spore. Like, notice the spore was at a perfect time.
Right. Oops.
You could just move you don't have to select all workers. You can just select like the top bunch of them and just move them down a little.
Okay.
Do you want to get the spore at the third as well? I think, yeah.
I also want a queen at the third. Whoops. Whoops.
Okay. There we go. So let's get the double evos and oh well, there we go. We already got the queen. Sorry. And the extra gas too. Okay, so try and keep an eye out on the third. Remember, 5 minutes is where it can get a little scary.
Right.
You need to figure out what it is on the gut there. There we go. All right. Looks like there is. Okay, so this is where the game gets a little different, right? This is where
Right.
it turns a little bit differently.
It's going into a macro game.
Exactly. Like this is where previously we started making non-stop units because we weren't sure if he was gonna do anything. Now we basically have all of the Zerg arsenal that we want to go for, ready to go. Like you could go for heavy Hydra, you could go for heavy Roach Ravager, and just to switch it up, I would highly recommend going Roach Hydra here. Okay.
Okay.
So what we need is gonna be ideally 6 gases as soon as possible, and we need that full base saturation soon. Okay.
Right.
We basically just make non-stop workers from here on out until we have full.
Okay.
Once we finished up the lair, you want to be starting the Hydra then immediately and go for the upgrade immediately as a follow-up. And we're still going to go for missile and melee upgrades, okay? So we stop making roaches here. We just go pure Hydra.
Okay.
And then we'll push out when the upgrades and the Hydra upgrade finish. So same idea, but just different units. Okay. There we go. And you also usually want to start the fort base up a little sooner because we need those gas geysers there too.
Okay.
So you can actually start that up already if you want to. Just to be showcasing to you how greedy you can be, I guess. There you go. Because just to let you know right now, he's got 9 adepts on 1 stalker. That's all. He's not going to move. Cool. You would want to go for the melee upgrade, by the way, not the carapace.
Oh, whoops.
Happens, it's fine.
I'm just so used to doing that one.
Right? Okay, cool. And the Hydra then.
Whoops, not a...
Oh, you can still get the speed upgrade.
Nidus.
Oh, yeah, no. That would be a little excessive. Alright, so let's saturate the gases over here. And I guess we'll just start making some overlords and hit all the queen injects to make a ton of hydras right when the thingy finishes. Now you can get the gases going at the 3rd if you, or at the 4th if you wanted to. And just move like 8 workers, or like make some 8 workers for that base. That's over there. A little bit more out in the open. There we go. Yeah, you can just start like 8 workers for that one.
Let's try to see what the, whoops, that was 9.
Oh, fine.
Whatever.
Alright. Want to start the Hydra upgrade and massive amounts of Hydras. Okay. So we gotta make this sure this money gets to absolute 0, okay? We need to be able to get that to 0. That's what you can do with 6 gas like this. Okay. So we got 5 Hydras. Yeah, just rally everything towards the 4th. You'll be fine. Okay. Keep on macroing. Keep on macroing. Oh, the overlords. Okay. Gotta make a bunch of overlords now, yeah. Well, that should be enough. Alright. So once the Hydra upgrade finishes, we immediately start up the Lurker then, okay?
Okay.
Just start up making as many as many Hydras as possible. There we go. And we do want to start moving very soon. Oh well, hey, he helps you out with that. He can fight that, I think. Well, he's got a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of adepts.
Yeah. Oh man, that supply block may cost you, but I think you're gonna be fine. Once all the Hydra spawn, and once all the units spawn anyway. Yeah, exactly, that's the way to do it. Okay. Okay, just grab everything together and go from there. Now do make sure to get the Hydra, the Lurker then. And start taking the fight. Very good. Okay, just attack move. Hydras are stupidly good. Okay, keep on making stuff. There we go. Oh, you can chase down the units with the links. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's keep on reinforcing with more links now as well. Yeah. Good job, macro, by the way. Very nice. You're far out macroing, Dan. Alrighty. So I do want to move to the other end and just remake that base. Yeah. So make sure to yeah, fight on the other side of the map. Just go towards the well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to. Oh, you could fight up this ramp as well if you wanna. Oh well, hey, there we go. You triggered the, the time warp. Okay, yeah. Don't want to fight up just yet. Don't want to fight up just yet. So the way you can fight up this ramp is by moving with lurkers. Or I wouldn't really want to fight up their ramp in general. I would probably just go for a start here. But lurkers allow you to start pushing there. So you want to reinforce with only Hydra here. Or Link, sorry.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's my bad. Just so you can just so you can morph in a bunch of lurker.
Okay.
You can still make a bunch of lurker here though. But you really need to put those on a separate hotkey as well. But I think it's time to start pushing. Just go to your main army and go from there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice.
I find I misclick a bunch of stuff sometimes when I'm playing on this couch.
There you go. Alright, so reinforce with Link. Beautiful. Very good Queen Inject here. Okay, let's get pushing. So as far as like the push goes here, you want to ideally stutter step the lurkers forward, but just try and get them into the battle. They do a crazy amount of damage to everything he has. Alright, just get moving. Just go. There you go. If you can burrow them between his natural and third, that's stupidly helpful. There you go. Very good. And just attack. Alright, well, I would turn around with the Hydras. There we go. Just attack. The Zerg massacre has arrived, boys. Choo choo. Oh man, the old army hotkey here is hurting. Because we had all the units move from the third over here, but I mean, at this point, it's game. So that's a bit of a different composition. And with composition, I mean unit. There's like a sweet spot of Hydralisk where at some point they just do too much damage. You can't stop it.
Right.
I don't know if he had any observers. I'm not sure.
I think he has one right now.
Yeah, well... Oh no, he's got several actually. He's got like 3, but yeah. You don't even need your whole army here. It's over. Beautifully. Beautifully done. Nice. Kisses wins because Lowko cheated. What did I do? We scouted the third base, made drones, and started making units.
This was supposed to be Roach Hydra.
Yeah, I think if you manage to get into this scenario, you're gonna be A-okay. Like, if you get to this point of unit, or like this amount of units, you're gonna be totally fine.
Right. Yeah. No, I've been feeling better. I've pretty much only played against him in the last 24 hours. I think we did a few team games, but I played a lot against Protoss, and I felt better with it. But
yeah,
I think I need to figure out just what I need to do against Phoenix openers. That's probably my worst thing.
Okay, we can watch the replay real quick. Lowko, you told him how many units the Tulls had. I told him no. Okay, hold on. So Melissa said you told him how many units the Tulls had. I told him how many units the Tulls had to indicate that it was safe to drone up. The thing is that a lot of people get really scared when they know Protoss is on the map. But the thing is, when he took that third base at like, I don't know, I'm gonna skip to it. Like the 5-minute mark is when he took that third base. I just indicated how many units the Protoss has to let him know, like, hey, it's safe to make drones right now because there's like he's got nothing. He can't do anything.
Right.
That's the main thing. And the army composition.
And it's coaching.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Yeah. Did I tell you the army composition?
I don't remember.
I don't think so. Excuses. What? All right, guys. Fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, so he did proxy, by the way. The
yeah,
shenanigans.
I knew I was looking for it. That's why I ran those lings around to that other base back behind the rocks.
Yeah.
He hadn't played Oracle at all since we've been playing. I was like, I know it's coming.
Yeah. So basically, when this third base came down, there wasn't very much of anything. Wait, what was it you were asking? Oh yeah, you were asking about Phoenix play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the main thing about playing against Phoenix, is to make drones. Like the thing is that if you see Phoenixes, they're usually not gonna have very much on the ground. There are some builds where they go like Phoenix Adept, but for example, if you see a third base plus Phoenix, which is the most common version of it, you can basically make drones how many you want. You can make like 100 workers and they're not gonna do very much.
Okay.
And that's the main thing. Now in the replay we watched, you didn't have a third base.
Right.
And because you didn't have a third base, you obviously didn't have a spore at the third either, right? So you couldn't really make any workers for that base.
Right.
And that's the main thing. So that's the reason why we get the expansion as early as you can. Like basically when the first queen spawn is when you take the third base.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually was helping as I was taking that third base earlier. That's probably been my biggest problem against Protoss, so that's good to know.
Yeah. Slow down on the gas and get the third base faster. That's basically the main thing here. Okay. And other than that, like I felt like it was basically, honestly, like after you establish the early game lead, it was basically a steamroll. Honestly, like.
Right.
Macro-wise in the mid-game, once you focus on the queen injects and you got the macro hatcheries going,
there
wasn't a whole lot Dan could do.
Right.
Now, granted, I obviously was helping in several regards and like saying it's safe to work or make workers, but
Right.
those obviously, those are general guidelines as well. Like sometimes you start making a lot of units. I have that tendency as well. I start making a lot of units and then I look at the replay and nothing really was there.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
And this push, by the way, caught me off guard as well. I didn't know that he had this many army or this many units.
Yeah. I just decided to let that 4th base die.
Yeah, that was good.
I probably could have saved the drones, but
Mm-hmm.
I was busy trying to save my hydras.
Yeah, if you know it's gonna die, just retake the base over there.
Right.
Ideally, but.
Okay.
But notice, like, this is where the magic number of hydras so it just sort of arrives.
Right.
And they're somehow, some way become really good against everything. Like, he still almost manages to clean this up. So maybe, like,
Right.
if we waited a little
Like
bit longer for
25
links, but-
hydras is probably the right number.
Yeah, I don't know really when that happens, but when the links come in, it's basically, yeah, I probably want to wait for the links a little bit more, but I mean, Dan lost the macro game here, and just started falling behind from here on out.
Right.
Yeah, so I did there was one thing as well where I said like, hey, make all Hydra when I meant to say make
Right.
rolling. I think that's right here, yeah.
Yep, right here.
You could have made probably like 8 Lurker, and it
Right.
would have absolutely murdered him.
Instead of the 3 that I was able to make.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't know how much damage they did, but it was pretty substantial.
I feel like they did a lot, but
Yeah. The only scary build exactly against this is gonna be things like Disruptor. The only thing you
Right.
can do against that is split. You gotta simply box a bunch of the army, move it south, other box,
Right.
move it north. That's the only thing you can do. Anyway, we'll watch the spines. Those lurkers did a lot of work for sure. Even if it's hard to say how much damage they truly did, they weaken up, like they soften up that
they
army
took
a
out
lot.
a lot of the shields.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't necessarily kill that much themselves. Well,
Yeah.
they still paid more than, or they've still killed more than they paid for, but, or they paid, whatever. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if-
I think the biggest key to this was that 3rd base expansion timing.
Yeah. Well, if that's the only thing, I mean, if that's the main thing, I mean, that's an easy peasy addition.
Yeah, so I think I've been expanding once my 2nd base has got full saturation, and that's probably too late.
Yeah. That's too late against Stargate openers in particular. Like if they go
Right.
Stargate opener, it just doesn't line up anymore because you can't take your 3rd. Like if they
Right.
allow you to, sometimes it will work out. But you gotta keep in mind, like if you're up against a good player, they will always
Right.
be hovering around this area right here, and they will never allow you to take a 3rd. Like they will just
Right.
either put a Zealot on there, and you're never gonna get it. Like he's just always gonna
Right.
get there in time. Paid for themselves. That's what I was looking for, guys. Thank you, Twitch.
Good old Twitch.
Anyway, man. Yeah, I think he should be in an okay spot here, definitely. We didn't really go over late game transitions or like transitions from here. I don't think it would happen too much if you play
Right.
well. But you could easily tech up after the +2/+2. So basically, say this build wouldn't, or this push wouldn't have won you the game. You could easily
Right.
transition towards Hive and go either Ultras or Brute Lords. It depends on the army they go for. If they go a Stalker heavy army, you can go Ultra. If they go for anything else, like in this particular case, Brute Lords obviously, like honestly, would have been great as well. And the nice thing is like both Brute Lords as well as Ultras benefit from the melee upgrades a lot more than from, well, missile upgrades, because they don't benefit from those at all.
Right.
Yeah, Ultras and both Brute Lords are pretty much impossible for Protoss to stop at this point. If you get like that mid-game lead, they can't really do against either.
Gotcha.
So if you see, for example, a composition that's based around Immortal Archon, you just go straight Brute Lord. If you like, Immortal Archon is like basically the best counter to Ultralisk, and otherwise, like in most situations, if you're not sure, go Brute Lord.
Okay.
But yeah, like other than that, just let me know when you run into something, dude. And I think
Yeah.
you should be a-okay against these.
Yeah, I'll
These
probably
ladder
send you
people.
a couple replays if I when I play again. So
Yeah, dude.
Especially if I'm playing on the ladder, because my ladder play is totally different than my custom gameplay.
Well, hey, yeah, just try and keep it in mind. Like, I think
Right.
if you play ladder on this map, that's really helpful as well. Like, if you grind, for example, a bunch of games against Dan now on Frozen Temple or whatever, you start
Right.
recognizing those overlord patterns. Because like the follow-up games, you had vision of that base every single time.
Right.
Because you know it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Thanks for the great coaching session, man. Lover.
Thank you, Kisus, for the 50
Yeah, no
euro
problem, man.
donation. Now the donation is going instant. Normally, you probably have to wait a second before it throws
Yeah,
on
right.
the stream. Guys, can I see a heart for each and every one of you in the chat for Mr. Kisus? I heard you typing, man. I was wondering what was going on. Like, thank you very much, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
No worries, man. Yeah, so once again, dude, let me know how things go.
Yeah, for sure I will.
And yeah, thanks again, dude. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
If you are you okay, by the way, if I upload this to YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. I think people will like this one, cause
Yeah, this was a good one. I felt like.
hey, thanks. I try help. Hey, thank you very much, dude, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, you too, man.
Alrighty, take care.
Bye.
Bye.